Hi, Dr. Paul Haider here. You know, I'm back in 1988. It's just thinking back to what year it was. My father died, 57. And I was living in Wisconsin at the time, and my mom and dad live in California. And my brother called and said, "Dad's had a massive heart attack," and he said, "No, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine." I said, "You don't have to come. You don't have to come." I said, "No, I gotta come." So we packed up, my wife and I. We flew back to California and went right to the hospital, and I got to say some great things to my dad. I needed to say, I loved him and cared about him, and it was really important to say those words. And we got the feeling he was going to be fine. But my dad last words was, take care of everyone, and everything will be fine. And I think he knew he was going to pass away. But it's important to say those three little words, I love you. And a lot of times we never get to say that because we take it for granted, but we're going to be able to say it some other time. But who knows when the last time will be? We just don't know. And so it's important that we allow ourselves to express those feelings of tender, caring, at belovedness, that expression of our heart that we have there inside. And it's not, sometimes we don't even have to say it, we just have to connect with somebody in a nonverbal way. There's a great uh, artist, and she was able to just calm herself down and go into a meditative state, and people sit in front of her, and she just looks at them. And these people burst into tears or have joy or different things because there's a collective connection between this woman and the other person. And there's actually, she creates longer brain waves in her brain, and scientists have proven this. And actually, scientists went to her because wow, what's going on here? And so there was this connection of love that was going on. And in this day and age where we're in a lots of noise and we're in a lots of busyness, and we are forgotten about our intuitive power that we have inside. The Polynesians mapped out all of the Pacific Ocean for the most part. They never had a sextant. They didn't have any instruments. You know, they had these big canoes that they went around on. Put one of us out there in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and it's like, well, we're not going to survive for very long. But they have a great intuition, understanding of the stars, the clouds, the way the water worked, the currents, and everything, and they just knew, and they passed this down from generation to generation, and they just had this collective understanding between each other about what is out there and how we can get there and everything. And intuition is something that we have lost in this day and age altogether. We kind of take intuition as something not important because if it can't be uh, scientifically proven, we don't believe it. But the reality is, we do have intuition, and we do know things deep down inside. And those who came before us, as Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Sai Baba, Divine Mother, Ramana, all these different expressions, they knew that the most important thing that we can express in the here and now, that which we need to give out to the world, is love. And love is those three little words which have more power than anything else. And it's the most important intuitive power that we have. And sometimes just looking at somebody, we can express that love. I think one of the most important things we can do is just to smile at people. You look around nowadays. Go to the mall and watch and see how many people are smiling. Not too many right now. That's because they're expecting something to come from the outside to create that joy. No, that's never happened. You know, if you go back to the Roman times, things were difficult, and people were still looking for something to happen from the outside to create that joy. But you find the great masters, you know, Buddha, Krishna, Christ, they had joy from the inside out. A great feeling of love. And love is the ultimate joy, the ultimate happiness, the ultimate expression of that which is holding the universe together. It's the glue of the expression of the human heart, and that which is the expression of that which is Great Spirit, the universe, God. So if we allow ourselves to take the time to go out and express that to our family, express love, express that to our neighbors in a beautiful way, whatever way we can. Maybe that's just taking over some food when people are sick, or just taking over, you know, some fruit that you grew in your garden, and you know, saying, boy, here's some organic food I grew. I do that on a regular basis. I think it's important. And also to express that love in our community, you know, get to know people around the community. So many of us have cocooned ourselves into little boxes. I think that's also what electronic devices have done to us. We sit in our cubicle of the electronic device and we don't really connect with people. It's the face-to-face interactions which are important. It's not twitting, it's not you know, going on Facebook, it's not going on anything, and not going on YouTube, it's not going on anything. It's about going over and giving a hug to somebody. And when we do that, everything changes. There's no way to give a hug other than going and giving a hug. And sometimes it's just important to say, like I did with my dad, just to say I love you. Because you never know. You never know if that person may not be coming back. And you might not get another second chance to say I love you. You know, my dad, when we walked out the door, every time he would say, remember God. Maybe that's where I got my spirituality from, because he always said that. I mean, even today, my mom reminds me of that, because that's what my favorite saying of my dad was, remember God. And if we were to remember the God that's in you and me, the neighbors and the community, every person that's an expression of God, it would be nothing but God. And then everything would change. So I ask you to go out and express those three little words. I love you. The most powerful three little words in the universe. I love you. And remember to subscribe down below, and if you care to make a donation right down below, you can do that also. Hit show me more, and the link will come up. And remember, I'm always here to talk with you and connect with you, and if you want to get a hold of me, my contact information is down below. I love you.